Yeah, tell us again about the club.
Yes, the club was founded in 1937. It was founded by the people of this city.
MashaAllah.
And
It is the only club in Bihac.
there are a few more clubs, but this one is in the heart of all the people.
Oh,
This one is the one.
the largest one.
Yes, and we were founded in 1937. The others were founded after war or something like that. It was founded by people, and as you can see on all of these pictures, through all history, it was people's club, basically.
They cannot do that.
On this picture, here, this was one of the first pictures that were taken. It was in 1937. Yes. And the club through
One of the earliest and even in Europe, right? Am I right?
Yes, we are the first club in Bosnia that after the war went to Europe, and if we won against the Jahlao, the Juventus would came here to play against us, but unfortunately we was not game. The club had his big moments and unfortunately the bad moments.
Maybe you want to take photos of Canaan of this?
Mm-hmm.
Here, you can come here. This side. Yeah.
He's enlarged.
This picture over here is one of the most priceless, I would say. And in these pictures, you can see 14 boys over here. Actually, there are 13 of them on this picture, but there are 14 boys. It was taken in 1956 when the club hit the bottom. Hit the bottom, and everybody went out of the club. No one wanted to stay, and 14 boys from this city stayed in the club, and they said, "We will play for free. We want to make something different in this city."
Inspiring story.
Yeah.
That year, these 14 boys won the championship of Bosnia.
MashaAllah. And he said from his heart, huh?
And 5 of them, 11 of them, 5 made big careers.
MashaAllah.
Yes, they played in big European cups and they played in big European clubs.
Or they became maybe something leaders or something, right?
Well, leaders not, but in the eyes of the
Like
people.
Erdogan, for example, or others I've seen leaders who become from like this, they are persistent and they become leaders also, not only...
But in the eyes of the people, they became a legends.
MashaAllah.
And today we have a similar situation. So after the years and years and years of unfortunately destroying the club, the people of this city said stop, please stop. And we organized ourselves. I don't know if you had time to watch on media what happened lately, but the people said stop, and we organized some press conferences, and basically we took over the club.
When was this? How?
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
2 months ago when
So we are coming at the right time,
Yes.
I hope, inshallah. Yes.
when
I'm not sure
everybody
if Paula told you, and maybe the first week we came, she invited us to, there was here Srebrenica.
yes,
memory.
it was organized by a few clubs and people.
And I've seen the club. I've seen it from outside, from the Islamic college.
Yes.
And we were saying, why the Islamic college leaving this club like this? We thought it belonged to the Islamic college. And we said in April it was. Is that why it's like this, not organized? But when I came inside, I felt really that this is something that we can do. And then Dunya, that time Dr. Dunya, my wife, she said that we need to do a project on this now. We proposed that time, and
Yes.
she knows that. It was about painting the whole, bringing all youth to paint and to renovate the chairs and so on.
Yes.
But we were frankly not encouraged, directly on this project. So we kept then and said, okay, we'll keep it later. But this was really something. Why? Because we wanted to feel. This is if this is the only main stadium in Bihac, and this is the only main stadium, right?
Only this.
Should be really reflect Bihac people. People come to Bihac and they see like this. They would say, oh, this Bihac people are careless.
Exactly.
That's,
when we came to the club 2 months ago, this was all ruined. We did not have even one field, so we started nobody is giving any money, nobody's taking any money. It's all volunteer work. We managed to assemble these two fields. We can see them outside.
Yeah.
The main problem is that in the club there were nobody. When we came, there were 3 players training themselves. And we came, and we have 150 kids playing for this club.
MashaAllah.
And
The
we
last
have-
2 months.
Yes,
MashaAllah.
and we have a first team. Our main problem is infrastructure, as you can see. Over there we had a really
But
good.
you have a nice grass, mashallah.
Yes.
You are lucky.
Yes.
In your country have good grass.
Yes, and over there we had a very good field, and yes, and that one that's ruined over there.
Yeah.
And the city had a project, and the project was to build a sports center there, and it was, I think it was about 200,000 euros the cost, and they started to work, but then they didn't have money, and everything was stopped, and they ruined the field. That was the problem. The other problem was the roof. The roof was destroyed during the war.
Is that true?
Yes, the roof was just
Why from the
from the
bombs?
shells
Ah,
and
shell,
bombs.
ah.
Yes, everything was bombed, and that's another problem. But on the good side is now that we have
Yeah,
our
people.
we have people, and we have 150 kids that are every day here training for this club.
And there are volunteer trainers,
Yes,
coaches.
coaches, we have a first team. Every player from the first team also said we will play for free. We will play for free until the situation is better. We want to help.
Okay.
But our
Well,
main
they are now in Europe, these players, you mean? From the first team.
they are the players, some of ex-players that were really famous, but the most, and our policy is that we need to give chance to young people. So basically we are the youngest team in Bosnia now. Our first,
You play yourself?
yeah, no. Our team is maybe they are 17, 18 and 19 years old, everyone. We
And you
want
never
to-
been anything except football? Yani you didn't go in basketball or any other this club?
No.
All
no.
is history, only football. Focus on
Only football. Only football. Sometimes we organize humanitarian stuff and that, but our prime is football, just football.
But it's good to, and this is part of the contribution to
Yes.
society. Is that you?
Yes, and in the first 10 or 15 days after we took over the club, we joined 300 members. Every citizen of this town can be a member of the club if he wants, and we managed to collect about 35,000 marks. That's approximately 20,000 euros. That was a good beginning to start because it costs a lot. For example, for one match to play, you need to play first team, and all those kids need to play. You need to pay referees, you need to pay water, electricity, buses, hotels. So it's very expensive, and unfortunately, the
What's
city.
your running cost again? You said how much the running cost?
Well, in 1 month. To run, not to run, just not to play the players and the coaches. They are volunteering right now. It's about 15,000 marks, 7,500 euros per month,
Okay.
and that's our main problem because the city does not have money.
And what about? Did you? What's the history of this stadium? Do you have any history about it? I mean, how it's been utilized? Or?
The
This is a
city,
source of money.
the city, the stadium is in property of the city, but we have a concession on 20 years that only we can use it and only we can do.
So you
work
can
with.
rent it. You can.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we can.
So it is a source of profit. Yeah. You
Yes.
can make profit from it.
Yes, and we managed to collect some sponsorships with firms, but unfortunately, even the firms in Bihac, they are not very good with the money. But
Yes.
they are. We managed to deal. For example, okay, we don't need money. You give us material, we'll work. So basically, one firm, Sunny Boy, they gave us this machine to roll up the field. The other gave us €1,000 in materials, so we could paint something, and that. And we are managing.
And does it host
the
a tournament from outside? Yani for, are you on the map of of the tournaments of Bosnia when they play football? Do they
Yes,
come
we
here?
play in Bosnian Championship.
I know, but
it's
it is accepted. They come and play here, or
rarely.
no?
Really, only the Cup of Bosnia and the Championship from Bosnia, and we organize some friendly matches. But
So how many times it's used per year?
how
I think
many?
we'll go and sit down,
Yes,
and then
yes.
we'll start. We'll talk about what we can do.